shows in front of, you guys have definitely been one of them. Seriously, you're awesome. You're working as a team. It's great. Our last person from the class I'd like to bring up, and I know you are going to enjoy her. She was voted best looking in her graduating class. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Judy Leetzow. Let her know! Judy Leetzow!
You should see the look on your faces. Yeah, I guess I should have said that was 57 years ago. Well, you expected an 18-year-old chick, and instead, you got a plump old stewing hen. But you know what? There's an 18-year-old trapped in this 75-year-old body. And there's one thing I can do better than I did at 18. Experience. You know, I've been called a negative bitch, but I'm not. I'm a sarcastic bitch. And listen, sarcasm is a form of humor. For example, let me explain it this way. If I said to my friend Brian, "You're not very smart," well, wait a minute, I think Brian's here tonight. Brian, wave to the crowd. University of Kentucky graduate. And you know what? I am so glad you finally found a school that lets you in. You know, I'm a graduate of Indiana University. Whoa, good people here. But you know, we don't think very kindly of the University of Kentucky, especially their academics, and especially on their basketball team. They had this one fellow, it was his freshman year, first semester, and he was about to flunk out. Wilbur, he was 6'11". So the president said, okay, I'm gonna give him one more chance. So he brought the student body into the gym. And he put Wilbur in front of him and said, Wilbur, how much is 9 plus 4? And Wilbur said, 15. There was silence, and then the crowd said, give him another chance, give him another chance. So the president said, okay, one more chance. He said, Wilbur, what's 8 plus 4? And Wilbur, 12. And there was a moment of silence, and the crowd went, give him another chance, give him another chance. You know, I developed this sarcasm when I was married to my ex-husband. You know, his mother, my mother-in-law, thought that he must have adopted me from a dog pound because she treated me like a dog. Well, that whole family was something else. Uneducated, uncouth. They referred to the nephew that worked as a custodian at the hospital as a family doctor. You know, I went to visit them one day, and my sister-in-law and I were out for a walk. And I looked, and her skirt blew up, and there was her big bare ass right there. And I said, Sadie Lou, you don't have any underwear on. She said, oh, I know. It just feels so good and cool when the wind blows. Well, we went on walking up to the house, and there was the family out there on the porch eating watermelon, and my mother-in-law didn't have any panties on. Well, I wanted to try to impress them that I was fitting in. And I said, you don't have any panties on, but I know why. Because it feels so good and cool when the wind blows. And she looked at me and said, no, stupid, it keeps the flies off my watermelon. You know, they went to this really strange church. I think an uncle was the preacher. And every Sunday, this man showed up. Every Sunday by himself. And when he left, he always said, "Oh, I only wish that Judy Green had been here with me to hear your sermon." Well, one Sunday, he shows up with this tall, good-looking blonde, high heels, and a little miniskirt, and they just pranced right down to the front row pew. And they were sitting there, and her skirt was getting all hiked up, and they were getting into the sermon, and the choir director leaned over to the preacher and said, "Is that Judy Green?" And the preacher went, "No, I think it's just the way the light's shining on it." Oh, well, now I'm happily sarcastic. I managed to get a family divorce. Yeah, I divorced the whole fucking family.
Judy! How about a big hand for everybody that went up the whole